April 30th, 1945. The streets of Berlin thundered with shell fire. The Third Reich was collapsing, and its most infamous leader, Adolf Hitler, was trapped beneath the city in a concrete bunker. You know his name, but do you know what really happened on the day he died? Let's step into the shadows of history. By late April, the Red Army was closing in. Soviet troops had surrounded Berlin block by block. Hitler, once the terrifying architect of a global conflict, was now a pale, shivering figure, paranoid, exhausted, and facing the end. In those bunker corridors, the world's most wanted man wrote out his will and married Eva Braun, his longtime companion, in a brief midnight ceremony. It was a desperate attempt at control as chaos raged above. But Hitler's dreams of a 1,000-year Reich, they were crumbling by the hour. The walls shook, loyalists deserted. As Soviet artillery pounded the city, Hitler gathered his closest aides, Goebbels, Bormann, a handful of secretaries. The mood was grim, and everyone knew this was the final act. Just after lunch, Hitler and Eva retreated to his private room. No big speeches, no dramatic declarations, just the cold click of a pistol. The end came quickly. Within moments, their bodies were carried out, doused in petrol, and set alight in the garden above. The dictator who'd plunged the world into war was reduced to ashes, scattered by the wind. News of Hitler's death spread like wildfire. First whispers in the bunker, then confirmation on German radio. Outside, Berliners barely noticed. They were too busy surviving, dodging rubble and searching for food, and for the Allies, it was a turning point. World War II in Europe was drawing to a close, but the scars would last for generations. But here's the thing. Hitler's death wasn't just the end of a tyrant, it was a symbol, the final desperate gasp of a hateful regime. And it reminds us even now that history is shaped not just by the lives of leaders, but by the choices of ordinary people caught up in extraordinary times. So the next time you hear about April 30th, 1945, remember what it really meant: the downfall of a dictator, the beginning of a new, uneasy peace, and a lesson we should never forget. Thanks for joining me on this journey into one of history's darkest days. Stick around for more stories that shaped our world.